Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back to this Gnomes. And today we start again a new week and the new schedule. I need to maybe update some of the letters. The text don't appear very well in a short thumbnail of YouTube, so small thumbnail, so I'm gonna make some additions. But today is like Monday. Monday is good time for some character design, model sheet, right? 2D model sheet making and concept art, blueprint, sketch stuff, study like pre-production in the case of 3D. So that is my plan now. I'll be doing this regularly because this relates to the idea of real production, right? In 3D animation field, like you have to be constantly creating assets, creating like the teams, if there are teams. Usually they are in studios, right? There is usually you have the multiple teams handing different stages of artwork to each other. So of course from the development towards post-production, but between that you have the development. Yeah, between the development and the post-production we have, and the delivery we have like the pre-production, then the production, and then finally the post-production. And so this is quite complicated. There we have the pipelines, and of course for a one man's army like myself, or nearly so, maybe in the future this can change, but for now, so it's very difficult animation filmmaking to do it alone, right? Even in a group also it's very extremely challenging anyway. So what we gain in terms of manpower, women power, we lose human power, hands, right? Brains we lose in terms of course we need energy to deal with so much people, and money is energy, is a way of thinking, and then of course motivation and whatever, right? So but in a professional production, of course, fundamentally money to pay the staff and everything, and to have resources, but of course human resources are essential, so otherwise money is useless. So let's get into this one. Let's get some soundtrack here to play, and then so I have a new character, and this I've just sketched this out like one of those regular sketches that I do, then with some variations, like let's say here, what is this? Okay, this is, so this character will be sort of a chibi, not chibi, but like a chibi like style, on my style, graphic style. So like Shelby is there's a recurrent, the proportions that I'm gonna use for this character is not too different from, so her name is Tuka. This was the name of another character for some fantasy. Here I'm still trying to get a proper, yeah, it's there, right? So this will be just a reference image. Yeah, it serves us for sure as a model sheet, but I'm gonna draw the model sheet, right? So we have, maybe I'll place it in this side, I don't know. Yeah, whatever, it can be here, but I prefer this, to look at this one. This one is more for the body pose and the cloth, right? So you see that I've calculated already up. Usually my characters have 7.5, somewhat 7.5 heads tall, and this one, this other variation of the style which occurred, because we have some characters which are shorter, some are tall, but this is a highly different proportion. So so it's like 6.5 heads tall, and so the muzzle, the chin, the lower face is really flattened for this, at least for this one here. So that feature already occurs in some other characters on the original style. So the name Tuka I took from web comics that I did some by hobby, some about 1 decade ago, and turns out that I'm reusing the name, but she was Rebecca Tuka. The clothes here I'm taking like similar, but the sword, it was a sword like that, and the character design was not like that. So I just like the proportions. She was taller, she was normal, but her, yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll do this for now, but she may have many costume sets, so it could be swappable. That's okay. But in this approach, I'm going to make this character for my own progress in Blender and interaction with other softwares and other projects like game stuff, even avatar stuff. So I'm gonna make this a very different Regan character than I'm used to do, because I'm gonna make really low poly this thing, and I will try to get, so it's like I'm gonna simplify everything and make this customizable in a more versatile way for the rigging including it. So let's start at once and let's get into some work here, folks. So basically I will need to get this new collection. So gonna get here grease pencil. We are gonna put this move into grease pencil collection. Here I'm gonna already get this color here. So this is Tuka yeah, alright, something like that. Then I'm going to start out, yes, so let's see. And also I'm gonna start making a different approach for the model sheet. So I will really, this time we'll use a more rigid setup and see how that works, because it's like a rebranding of my project in some sort of maybe I can create other characters based on this approach here if it works well. So no armature here, gonna add a cube, then default cube, let's bring, not here, we're gonna use this thing. Let's also delete both sides, right? Vertices, we are going to add a mirror modifier, shift A, generate mirror, and usually clipping, yes. So here it is. Usually I prefer the right to start from the right side, right? So here I'm concerned about the proportion. So let's get the model to fit. So this will be a bit tricky. So maybe, yeah. So I want to value the measurements here. So I'm gonna use this measure thing. So this was 2 meters, right? So this is 1 meter. Let's use here. How to get this straight? If anyone knows, here. Hold shift, hold nothing works here. So is there enable control to snap? Oh, of course, snap to. Well, no, this is not snapping. I think there is a bug here. Maybe it snapped in the. No, there's no snapping at all here. This is unfortunate to read. It doesn't to be doing. Yeah, so I don't know, I have a measure it add-on, maybe that helps, but I think we need some mesh to measure, might be better to that, but anyways, let's do this basic stuff. So I don't know her height here, so in terms of this, so I would rather prefer to have 1, 2, so let's say this is, yeah, so the squares we have, so this is 5 squares, 6 squares, maybe she could have, yeah, maybe about here. Okay, we can do this, so it's like her head will be a small cube, like, yeah, we won't see here, but hold on, oh, it was here. Okay, so let's use this reference here, so you'll see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to, let's get my graphic palette here. Oh, my microphone is in the wrong position. Okay, so I don't want to be editing this, but oh, maybe I'll need to be looking at this. So I'll place a head right here. So you see, this is actually will work very small here in the scale, not in the zooming, but not that it matters. So there will be a head. Oh yeah, actually, why not? I can use instead of a grease pencil, just for this we can use some temporary annotation, right? It's not so, yeah, I could, it's risky, because if I want, maybe I lose the reference. Active tool, okay. Review, delete the annotation, too much junk here. So I'm gonna create a grease pencil on object mode, grease pencil empty, yes. Then we're gonna bring here a first thing, mirror modifier. Yes, just like that. For now, the object no, this is something else. So here, the material that we have here, black stroke, that's fine. Yes, nothing else here to do. Oh yes, I'd like to have some. Yeah, I will need some. Okay, let's just make. No, this is a material, right? So instead, let's get here. We'll call this sketch, yeah, like heads or guides, yeah, just some. Okay, so here I'm gonna use the opacity. Let's get the grease pencil draw mode, right, for this object, and here we see that we are able to draw but with that material, but the opacity is not helping. So this doesn't seem very good, right? So maybe, no, it's not about the light, so maybe it's the string, maybe it's the, yeah, there's this stroke. Now we want something. Okay, so I'm having some trouble with the opacity here again, so maybe it's something about, no, this is right, it's nothing like here. What should be going wrong here? Why this is so, like I have to overlap it several times? Strength is maximum, radius, this also is suffering the same thing. Ink pen, yeah, I have the ink pen, so might be something about hardness maximum, origin, yeah, origin, fade, yeah. So looks like fade inactive objects, no, canvas. No, not that. And so, okay, that there was some X-ray turned on, right? Of course. So just sorry folks, so here we don't need, I always, like, it gets me very anxious because I have suffered a lot with this interface, even in the past where I wasn't very savvy with these tools. No, what's happening here? Looks like I deleted the measurement. Okay, but we don't need that yet, so just gonna... Okay, so here, of course, we'll start already with, this will be one head, right? And I don't need to draw it here, but yeah, so let's make some lines here. And actually, I have a better idea here, folks. I'm going to create another duplicate here. So this is sketch guides, right? Guides. So I'm gonna use this material here for this. Yeah, it could be another color, even whatever, something like that, like how do you call it? This technical drawing colors, whatever. Blueprint, right? Blue, right? And so we got have this. I'm gonna save here. Right now we don't have a place to save here. I'm gonna place in Neocene V here as Tuka. Yeah, Tuka game, because it will be a versatile character. So here we gonna use this, but we don't want too much opacity here, right? Just for these blueprints. Also, I'm not totally satisfied with this color, the material, so can have this material into another, but I'm not playing too much with this, so it's okay to just can change here. All right, so let's change this to little brighter there. Okay, more closer to the greens. So for now, so I made these guides with this, and so alright, so I have, if I hold shift is the how do you call it? If I hold shift is the stabilizer that gets enabled, and if I don't okay, so but I want to make some strokes here, some serious aligned strokes, and that doesn't seem to work like other softwares that I remember. Maybe Blender had this at some point, but we have, okay, we can make even, but I want this, so we're gonna, okay, here press enter, it's annoying, so we're going to make these strokes about here, right? Scale, gonna Alt S, no, maybe need to radius, maybe, no, hold on, it's not like that. Okay, so let's do like this. So yes, I want for these guides to be using the mirror modifier. So okay, so here is the point, folks. This will be the so this doesn't need, this will be the half head, right? And so here will be the, because it's mirroring, I can just do this like so. This will be the 6th head towards the 7th head. Here we got the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, and the 1st. So she will be that tall. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yes, and 6.5. And that it's less than, it's about 1 meter 30 centimeters. Yeah, so this is how I'm gonna make this. The problem is that for, yeah, because I've already calculated, so maybe this is a easier way, so then we don't have to care about. But of course it has some disadvantages, that if I have to create other characters here, if they are might be taller or shorter, then or even the head has a different size, then I cannot use the same grid, right? So this is the annoying thing. In drawing we can easily fix that, but in Blender we just have one grid, right? So we cannot. So this is a complication thing. They should make some sort of varied grid or auto grid. I don't. There's some object like that, but yeah, actually there exist. Okay, why this is saving like that? What's happening here? What is happening? Okay, I think I saved something else, so Tuka game. I don't know what I saved before, but doesn't matter. Alright, so also I can start making the first circle for the head, which will also be on here. We're gonna get this circle now. It's, yeah, actually this won't work. Well, it can work, of course. I just have a draw circle. Yeah, it will work, but I'll have to, yeah, start from. Alright, so this is bugged. It's not working in a centralized way. I can, of course, just displace it. So hold Control, hold Shift for a perfect circle. So just do something like that, and then move it. Enter. Then let's go on edit mode here. Just change to 2. Let's also get the screencast keys. Let's now move this G. No. Okay, so like this G. It's snapping. We don't want snapping. G. Hold Shift. Let's GZ, right? So here this is fine. It's centralized. I don't need the other side, so I'm gonna just get yeah, just L, Shift H, and then pick all these, delete. The rest is mirrored. That's a Shift H. Alright, and so now edit mode, everything is there. Okay, so this is the basal circle. I don't need other circles for the rest, although that could be fine. I don't use other structural geometry for the body, like not for a frontal model shit like that. That is not, it's just too annoying to get. Of course, if I'm gonna sketch here, yes, that for sure can be helpful. So let's get here some idea. This also can be reduced in opacity. We got some options here, so opacity, and let's reduce here. We can also duplicate this, so I have this on both sides. I'll try to mimetize the scale here, right? This is wrong, so it'll be about here, I guess. Let's see from the foot. Yeah, let's get G. Let's see from the foot. Yes, so you see the pelvic, the crotch. Yes, it is. I've calculated here on a piece of paper. I have a, so this will gonna be developing. properly, but here it does seems to be maybe this is a bit too big. Yeah, so maybe something like this. So this is just for this one, and for this one, if I what is closer, right? So here unfortunately we don't see very much the head. This is too large, so I'm gonna get here. I'm picking this out, although she's all inclined, right? So it bending the spine, and she's not straight here, so we don't have proper, but at least I get some ideas from the head, so we get already some convenient referencing here. So this is not, I'm just doing that because yeah, so it's not because I already have another model sheet that gets this, but I'm not gonna copy this, right? I'm just gonna use this as some quick visual reference, right folks? And so here we can lock this. Hate this default thing. So here we lock this image, and we can not show in render. Grease pencil, okay, cube, this is not here, so this will be I don't want anything here for now, so this will be like, can also add a new collection. This I make for, so this will be like Tuka mesh, yeah, actually the character, but this is like meshes. So usually I would use some, I'll use this color here, and then this is this ambient scene. Okay, this is the grease pencil. So here we don't need this one right now. I'm gonna save. Let's bring the yeah, where's the, okay, grease pencil. So now that I have these guides, I'm gonna go for the sketch. So I'm gonna grease pencil this. We're gonna lock the guides. Actually we're gonna use this auto lock inactive layers, so this is much better. Here we're gonna use max opacity, and this we're going to get draw mode. We're gonna change the material here because we want black line, we don't want this thing. We're gonna use the brush, which is here, and that will be it. And I can also, why not be changing here, right? Maybe this is better for this material. Yeah, we can make some, so I'm gonna call this not here, but I'm gonna call this sketch, yeah, sketch, whatever. So yeah, because we need to rough here some stuff. Sometimes it's better to not use symmetry here, right? And here maybe I need another material even, right? Yeah, let's see, what is this pencil? Do I have an organic pencil? It got lost. Yeah, no, I have it here. Okay, maybe I can use this one. Not that it is, yeah, so this is just some settings here. Well, they are not saved definitely. Yeah, so this is not as I left. So here we're gonna make something like this. Gonna save, advance. So usually I get some, I like this one. So strength, I've reduced the strength a lot for this case. We have max opacity. Then I'm using the, not this, yeah, this setting. So advanced, we want some little spacing here. Active smooth left by default. Lot of hardness, but not total hardness. Here, oh yeah, these settings are very incorrect. Okay, so let's ignore this. This is working already. So let's start at once sketching. It takes a lot to, in my opinion, to get grease pencil ready to do anything decent. This preparation, right? Because software is not a 2D specialized 2D dedicated software, right? I understand the challenge, so at least I'm comprehensive about the difficulties, so it's not gonna blame Blender for their how complicated. Other softwares can be pretty complicated as well. So here we want the shape of the face here, and for here, let's see, the chin could be, so this is something I might need to calculate if I want perfect ideal character design, but I don't need to do this for this one. We'll just get some approximation. We see that here we got this line that could be around here, so this I'll do by heart, right? I'm not gonna try to copy everything there, just getting some reference to see if what I'm doing is matching more or less, but I already drawn the character a few times, so here this will be more according to the character design that I have, more like here. So she has smaller ears, so more chubbier ears, elfin ear, gnomes ear, yeah, something like that. And something like that, yeah. So here we have a line in the center, but this is not necessary. We have already a line in the center, so this is just some vicious reference. So this idea of stroking a line exactly in about the middle of the face of the whole head, now not of the circle but of the whole head. So if the center of the circle will be here, would be here, the center of the eyes would be like including this, so this will add just about maybe half, but I'm gonna pull this line about a little lower, so maybe the chin should be a little higher, I don't know, but this line seems a bit too high for me, so I'm gonna place it here. And always I can just use this, hold control and reset this. So yeah, going intuitively here, as I mentioned, that will be doing. So here her eyes should be big, but they should, yeah, an approximation, I think the eyes should be about here, right? So I'm gonna use a technique that I've learned recently for character design, character drawing human face, right? That I'm gonna make like this will be like the eyeball, although this eyeball already has, of course the eyeball will be bigger, so this is not exactly, I'm just adapting a little my older traditional technique to this. So here we have this will be actually the lid crease, the top lid crease, where the top eyelid meets the orbicularis oculi region, the muscles around the eye hole. Then we have, then we have other muscles here and here specialized, and even here, but I don't know their names right now. So just the top lid crease here. Here we got the top eyelid, and this character will have the eyes, as you can see. She is a little serious. So you got to mimic to get this expression from this, right? There is some inclination here. This falls in like more dynamically, and so here we have the lid crease, the top lid crease, which can have this effect. Just some markings here, and the bottom lid crease, it will be about here. So I don't need to draw the bottom lid, but yeah, it will be here because she'll have also some bottom eyelash, right? So will be about here. I don't know how it, yeah, just the bottom eyelash, something like that, right? So here for this eye, the circle of the eye is quite big so we're gonna try to centralize it somewhat. This we can change. It will in the 3D modeling phase, so you can see what is better. Maybe she could be just a little more to the center, which is a common technique for anime and other stuff, for more childlike characters or cuteness. Then we have the nose tip that I don't know exactly where would be, but very close to the bottom lid crease, right? So about here, and then I can see, try to match this cheek, upper cheek here. Maybe I've been doing this as a way to better reference the muzzle, but maybe it's not a good idea here, but we'll got it done anyways. Maybe this, okay, so this line can get complicated. So here I'm assuming I'm used like halfway here to get the chin. Maybe it's too much, it shouldn't be that, but and then the positioning here, yeah, I already calculated, so it would be something like that. Her cheekbone here is somewhat rounded, but there's it's rounded, angular, some sort of mix blend between that. Here I hate how this is. I need to I never know which is the, it never defaults for me, so I don't know how to. So just making sure I see better these lines, these strokes, so you have a better understanding of what's going on. So the mirror here is super useful, right, for sketching those things, those precise model shits, right? So here we got the eyebrow, which is, I'm not using this, let's as a reference, let's get them closer, right? No, not that. Just do this and do this. I just don't want this to be interfering with my stuff. Also here, let's lock this, let's lock everything here from movement. Long time I don't do that. That would be a good thing. Here we, yeah, these things are on the way. Yeah, so there's that. I don't, this is hindering my concentration on focus on the drawing, right? I need some space, and I need more for the arm. So let's go now back to the, okay, what just happened now? Looks like I've lost my, oh, I just press X, so right. So let's get here this eyebrow. Yes, so some seriousness, and they are about here. I need them to be somewhat close of the top lid crease, right, for this character, and then about here, I think. And here we can get some fancy effect for the eyebrow if we, I am not sure how, still haven't decided how will be the shape here. This doesn't look very nice, right? So I think it should be something more like, let's try, yeah, something like, maybe something like that. Yeah, this is more interesting. And here the location, maybe we want this to be a little, push that back. Yeah, so maybe that, maybe even go higher here. Maybe on the side view this won't look good, but for now let's do this. Then for the mouth it will be about nearly close to the, yeah, here it's touching. Let's see on my character design. Ah, okay, I see. So for the model sheet that I have on paper, the mouth from the front view will be touching this line, the lower corner of the mouth, in at least for this neutral expression. I don't think this neutral expression, but it's just a reference for her. So I'm gonna try to touch there. Okay. Alright, and then we want to, yeah, start drawing the rest now. Okay, the hair I'm gonna make on a new layer. Okay, so let's go for the markers now, right? So the markers here would be the following. The bony structure of the rib cage would be about here. But the problem is that I don't know yet the, it's hard to, okay, so let's do a quick sketch here. We're gonna find out quickly what that should be. Yeah, so gonna get the, oh, I'm drawing on both sides, this is wrong. So I'm gonna be careful not to make the, from the front view, the neck too elongated here from the front view, because actually it this is a mistake for this kind of model sheet. So I'm gonna do this here. Okay, so the tiny neck also I need to be careful because this is a shorter character, more chibi like. So here the breast, they, for this character design, they are just a little closer to of the shoulder than so, because the torso is not as elongated. So here we're gonna, yeah, sketch this out. This is probably incorrect. You're gonna just adjust. So here, oh, okay, I see what I need to do. So I need to find out this position here for the crotch. So for this character it will be not in beyond, below, or on. It will be just ahead, above the third head, the end of the third head. So one, yeah, can have this, but it will be symmetrized, the numbers, it's annoying. Oh, we see a problem here. So maybe probably this is just that I've made the wrong, yeah, this sketch I'm gonna erase later. So here, so apparently here is the, okay, so I'm gonna try to see where this, oh, I see, according to my drawing, this is about the same, maybe even a little more. Yeah, so this is not too different than what my other characters, yeah, the style is the same, it's just a different, slightly different proportions, and I'm making some things a bit different. In this case I already know that the knee top appears here, so right above this line, this which correspond to the beginning of the fifth head, and it will be yeah, not too elongated knee, so it will be about here. Maybe this positioning seems right, but yeah, maybe just a little more elongated. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong here. So, and then the calf or the shin, so gonna try to bring this in the center, and here we are reaching, so this is about this part here. So the calf is very elongated in this character design. This part will be lower, this will be, yeah, so here I'm doing too organic here, and this is the foot, right? So the ankle will be about here probably, and this is not the ankle, this is the, how this, this is why maybe I need to expand this. And so here maybe even the legs, they are, okay, so here we got the the toes would be ranging maybe about here from the front view. This one, yeah, so just some blocky things here, and that should do. And then we got some shapes here that we'll find out later, and this ball can help to shape this so this will be low poly, very low poly, so this not even super low poly, so I'm gonna start with a very sharp stuff. I'm not gonna even use subdivision surface modifier, so I want really some very specific character design for her to get very simplified solution. And so here I also think that I've made the legs seem to be too much spread for her, so I'm gonna try to bring this for her rest pose. It's too organic. Also, it's organic as my style is, but for the low poly we'll have to make it different when we go for modeling. So here the crotch region is something that I need to check out. So here we got this bikini line, but actually this is the belly line and some muscles and structure here. So here is the okay, wait, what happened to this particular something very wrong here. I'm confused about the no panic here, just some oh, of course, I know what's happening. It's because the torso is too thin. The head is too large, and it's just that the torso here I've made a mistake when I was sketching. So we need to get. So here, let's check this again. Oh, I see. So here, about here, get this bony structure of the rib cage, and before it dips down, that will be here. So here's the rib cage, which I should see. Alright, so something about here, then probably this is wrong. We need to probably here gonna push this up a little, and here we got maybe the crotch. No, the crotch is fine in this position, maybe a bit higher even. And then we got the nostril, which always difficult to but in the model sheet, but it will be somewhat more or less around here, yeah. And then we have lines in the center that would, and we can make a ball for this. It's very intuitive for me, so I sometimes don't even use some of the maybe I've made this too high, so maybe another reason why I'm getting confused here. Let's see where these shoulders should be, so they're actually closer to that. So usually I make the model sheet on T-pose because I think it's more regular for, I feel more advantageous for rigging. For certain aspects of rig, it's better for the deformed rig, for wide range of motion for the arms. Of course there's a better pose for that, but that will be super complicated. So I'm not gonna yeah, we could, no, not for this project, because she's yeah, that will be a technique for dual quaternion skinning, favorable to dual quaternion skinning, and this is not a project that will go too fancy on these techniques. We're gonna go into something more conventional, and the idea of getting the basics from game strategies, which, yeah, that is not Blender. It is like we can do nothing, right? You don't have any solution for rigging. You have to make only the basic solutions, and that is pretty limiting, right? If compared to, okay, so now I have the boobs and the breasts, which is not exactly in the center of the head, so it's a bit lower. They would be like here somewhere, maybe lower. Yeah, actually their center would be somewhere like here maybe, and we want something, yeah, they need some to be elongated. Still the character is have the character design, so we gotta try something like here. I feel like the torso, I'm doing something wrong about the width, right? There's something, oops, there's something that I'm missing. It looks like I'm making it too large from, but if I don't do it too large, it feels, yeah, I think it will be about here. Yeah, yes, I think this is correct. So there's a lot of wrong lines here. Probably the shoulders are pretty close to this line, so this is more or less accurate. This this breast here, there's some connection there, so, and this seems to be accurate. All right, then for this, so here usually this has how do you call this, the bones here, the on the torso, the ribs, right? So there are some floating ribs in anatomy drawing. Usually this in human, right, the elbow, which would be about here, I think they will meet some of this floating rib cage, but in character design her arms maybe, yeah, so it also depends on the position of the shoulder, so this is always complicated. I'm making this arc visually, so I think this is matching more or less. You can compare with yourself. So when this happens, then we can just then figure out the rest of the limb here, just more straight, right? And then this one with the hand, right? Oh, the wrist. Okay, the wrist is an interesting reference. Let's take here an example. The wrist here, I usually was looking for the tip of the fingers, the longest fingers, but from the wrist position it seems to match into the pelvis, but above the crotch, yeah, quite above the crotch in my case. So that is about the belly, yeah, about the beginning of the belly from the bottom. If we make okay, so quite above the crotch, but above the belly ending, and then below, of course, below the navel, below the bone of the hip, the upper one, and about the joint of the ball socket joint of the, about the ball socket joint of the pelvis femur joint. Yeah, so here would be this the navel and this bone there, but then here above the crotch on the belly line, if we consider something like that, abstraction, right? Then we want, it's above the crotch, so it will be here, and here would be the femur ball joint, ball socket joint about here for this character. Some would put it here. Yeah, it's a big one, so, but it seems to be snapping on this anatomy here, so I think it will be about here. So we want the wrist to be matching this position. The wrist is a lot of bones, right? And so they would match. It's an area, so it's not like just a line. It's a double arc here that would match about here, right? So if I want to get this precision, so this could be about here. Maybe this is lower. Yeah, maybe this is a bit lower, so we can get about here. It's because it's a okay. So the wrist will be here, which no, this doesn't seem right. Now there's the hand, the palm, and then the so of course I'm lazy to do that, but I don't know, I just don't like this. But usually we can do something like because this is like super annoying, right? So I got to do that. You see, so the wrist, is my curve good? My curve is not bad, but even I could go lower. So right, to see, so my curve is a bit wrong. And so here, let's try again. Yeah, this seems to be accurate. But then the palm, actually I'm gonna make her hand different this, as I've been doing this new strategy for modeling, so I'm gonna make like that, right? So stretched fingers, gonna make that. So okay, maybe this is too elongated, right? So for her character design, yeah, feels like too elongated palm. So I'm gonna reduce this. Still doesn't feel good. This thumb also. Okay, and the super leggy to erase now. Just make some rescaling here from this. And now let's try this arc. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's just for check. Yeah, so her hands are too small. The arm doesn't match my. I think my drawing is incorrect in the curvature. So I believe I don't like when the characters don't have short arms for some reason. So I actually want, maybe I could bring the, maybe it's something about here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's delete this stuff. And let's just make this scale on the X just a little more. And if I get this, yeah, this will be like the, I want this to nearly touch the, okay, let's try to pivot now. Ah, yeah, now this is more likely. Okay, this is acceptable. And you can always check that later in the rig. So now the problem of the grease pencil still is the fact that it gets a bit too much dense, right? So this can be a problem. but then we have some operators which can allow us to simplify that to solve this, but yeah, literally simplify. I should really get this curvature, but how that would be, like it will be like adding a circle, right? So about here, no, not like that. How to get this circle? How the hell do I get? Maybe it's from the top, right? Yeah, okay, so somewhere. How do I even know that? Maybe I need to think from the opposite side. No. It's like I already need to know the... Yeah, this is very complicated. Oh, we can have an arc here. Okay, but this doesn't... Okay, we have something like that. Let's get the wrist first. And can I... Yeah, this is not, certainly is not circular, so I think I... whatever, let's try to do our best here. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, a good method, so... Try to match height and... Yeah, so you see, this is perfect. This is nearly exactly what I expect on my characters. And let's see here. Hold on, yeah. Alright, now for the simplification of the sketch. Let's see if it will not destroy my drawing, right? So it'll be like simplify. No, this is deadly. But we have some factor. Yeah, this is... this, yeah, in this organic pencil that I have, it's very destructive because of the... I believe it's because of the... I have to make up my mind at some point, right? It's because of the... Well, where is the... Of course, I got the wrong tool. It's because of this spacing, I think, and then too much spacing maybe for this operation. Then it's, but it's not over because we can still get some sort of subdivide and smooth maybe. Selected points, yes, then iterations, factor here. Actually, not gonna do this. Instead, what I'm going to do is apply just a simplify modifier. Yeah. So this will solve the problem. Well, it will improve the okay, I have fixed adaptive. Maybe we have something here. Sample no, merge no. Yeah, fixed and get some, just 2 iterations. Influence, yeah, there's like that. So and okay, let's I'm gonna save here just in case. Save an iteration, apply all keyframes. Okay, so got this applied, but it doesn't look very nice for the on object mode, right? And maybe this is because of some so probably I can do something here with some color tint, just tint influence that sketch. So let's get a thing. I need this. Yeah, okay, this works. So you can have a stronger color here. We bring this here. Yes, this was the original color, so you can tint that like this, and that would be good. All right, so now this is good on object mode, and on here we don't really see. Okay, but unfortunately we need to be looking here at okay, we can use the attribute here for, except that now these guides are horrible. We can just lower their opacity. Alright, there's still something about the sketch that there's the hair. So I'm tempted not to do the hair and the clots on the same. Yeah, it will be, and even this is sketch front. Yeah, so this is FT. Okay, then so sketch here, yeah, extras. No, how do you call, yeah, here and clot on the same. Yes, that can work. Yeah, so sketch body, sketch extra FT. This point FT is not good. I don't want it to recognize anything. It's just so like that. Let's unlock this and get to back to here. Now we can use another just to differentiate here, right? So this we don't want the mirror, so we need to start getting here into, so layer for now we want all layers but extra for now. Yeah, just gonna do that. So that will allow me to, okay, so her hair is like, the way I've done is relatively simple. So here we start here from the top, and it starts to get this shape. So basically very similar to Dorothy, another character, main character. And so here we start to have these strands. This one is more to the side. Yes, I have this and something like that, and yeah, can have more, and that is then, oh yeah, then here we got something different actually. So basically this is probably a mistake. So this starts to curve, it reverses the curvature at some point, but then we start to get we start to see the back of the hair. Maybe could be the scalp, or yeah, the behind, maybe, yeah, something about there. And then according to the others, so this something here, yes, so I see how I wanted, yeah, so there's something about her hair that was be like that, so sort of, and behind would be maybe something like that. Yeah, this I can change, but in principle okay. And then we gotta have these ones here, which will be in front, and the curvature they get, yeah, inward. It's not super original, but that start to create some interest, right? Alright, and maybe not that long, but we'll leave it at here for now. Then for the clothing on the same, so maybe for the cloth you can use a different, yeah, different material, different color attribute, maybe like that. So yeah, I've mentioned that I wanted to have many clothing costumes, right? So the first one, at least the base one, will be something very simple, like a peasant or archer, so very adventure like cloth, nothing like, no armor, just something very, so I've not decided what she is exactly, if she's a knight, if she's a sort of a spy, or a swashbuckler, a pirate, or something like that. Yeah, more, or if she's, so basically an adventurer. And so here, like base class, noob. So here, because I'm using the auto lock, right? Okay, so this curvature here, maybe try to, no, let's leave like that for now. And then this cloth has some, actually, what I'm doing, I can mirror this. Ah, no, I can't. So because it's the same, yeah, never mind. So let's just continue here. It's not a problem. So here I get this idea of having these things here. I'm not gonna count how many, like I think this will just would need some structure here, but this is low poly, so maybe this is just, I haven't thought on that before. Okay, never mind. So we get, then here we got this, some short sleeves here, and that will be it. I don't need to do both sides for the cloth. Yeah, like that is enough. And then here yeah, so here I have to decide if there is, yeah, it'll be like a shirt behind, so this can be larger here, and here I'm not sure, so I'm gonna leave like that, as if it will cover, yeah. This actually could go lower, and this will be about here, yeah. Then next there's a belt which should be about here. So I don't like that the belt get too close to the navel, so this is something I need to fix. But then we have this thing, okay, and here we got, can make this from texture, I think. Here depends on the character design, so I don't need to get this, can be straightened, don't need to be hanging. So there's a flavor to hanging, but no, we are doing something simplified, right? So here she wears some trousers and like old jeans from the medieval times, middle age. So here there's nothing here to do, just the contour thing to reinforce the, and then yeah, we can go straight to the boots. So basically the boots here would start about here, so I need to try to do something more regional here, but there's nothing much to it, it's just, so maybe we can get this thing like here, yes, it's a bit tight, and this I'm gonna make this different, right? So here we can, yeah, so here we got the subdivision, the ankle is below, and here we got the simplified, so here we got, yeah, so this is always difficult in this orthographic, should it be that wide, should it be, it's very complicated to get, so there will be pointy here maybe, and just to get an idea of the center we're gonna make some lines here, and this will be more interesting from the side, of course, and that should be it. Yeah, so here it is. Also we can make an asset here, why not? So we're gonna, but I haven't decided, would be a long sword or, yeah, let's take advantage of this and let's make the model here, although yeah, let's make the model here. So I'm not gonna detail this too much, so it's just the silhouette. So Could be actually a broadsword. Yeah, just like a mix between a short sword, a long sword, and a broadsword. That's about it. I think that is nice, yeah. Okay, so maybe I change that later, but and here she even has some sort of cutlass, which was nice, but I think that doesn't match too much. The could be a secondary weapon, yeah. This sword is better, right? So, but I'm changing it slightly, right? All right, then we have the problem of the side view. I would even consider making for this one some additional features for yeah, this took a while already, so I think I need to be going, folks, a bit too soon, but I'm trying to control the extension because my plan here is with these schedules, which will improve the visibility, right? My plan here is to be more dynamic and doing more offline work and be bringing this regularly on some, so that means that this will not be a series where everything will be shown in live stream. So when I bring back here this character again, oh, I forgot the ponytail, right? Let's make the, she has also a ponytail, so here we're gonna, I didn't pick the color for the palette, so we're gonna get from here a different color then. Right, so don't see very well, let's make this like this. So here I'm not sure exactly this shape, I'm still thinking, but basically from this view it will be, so it's very close to Dorothy's ponytail, the idea, but that's will be probably something like that. Yeah, actually it's a bit higher, isn't it? Yeah, a bit higher. Gonna even these are the strokes will be a bit higher. Yeah, that seems adequate. This is easy to solve in 3D. So, and we could make it appear here also, but this is just overdose of strokes, so we don't need that. Yes, so I was talking, folks, the idea is to make this more dynamic by forcing me to get these schedules in some way with that much variation of topics, right, for 3D art creation and production. Like we have pre-production here, which is what I am doing. We'll have some production thing, which is rigging and modeling. So model sheet is pre-production in 3D. In principle, this is what I've had to relearn. I was confused. So I will be working on simultaneous thing, and this swap will be very healthy for me to get into the dynamics of shifting all the time and producing more and not get stagnated into the same subject over and over again with the same character. So I'm working on 3 characters at least. There is this one, which is newest one, Tuka, and if it's not a day of model sheet with characters, it will be a concept art with scenery, sketching assets, and so really sketching stuff, right, blueprinting stuff, and scenery characters when I'm done with characters. Or no, today I'll do some sketching of some assets that I need, so they will be more dynamic and more interesting to lots of folks. So maybe not good for cannot be perfect in all aspects, cannot satisfy every needs, but even for me it's challenging, but I think it's gonna be like that. So when I bring this project back here, probably I have already achieved some of the rest of the model sheet, because I'll be working this offline. So tomorrow, folks, it will be rigging, so I'll go back to Aisha and we'll do the ancient thing, which is rigging. I'm gonna try to improve. So but feel free to appear anytime, and take care and happy blending, folks. See ya soon. Hope you enjoy. See ya, folks. And making shorter lives, yes, this is also my plan. So more dynamic, more time for everyone to if someone are glued to the live, I don't know, hope not, like I often do sometimes.